Midlife crisis disclaimer. Our views and opinions expressed here in our discussions are entirely our own and belonging solely to us and do not reflect the views and opinions of our current employers, organizations that we belong to, or even our respective families. Thank you.
Good morning, good evening from Manila to New York and back. All right, and yes, a week has passed. Not only that, thank you so much 2024 and welcome 2025. And this is our first ever live stream of our midlife crisis podcast. And finally, we tweaked some processes along the way. We use additional applications just to make sure that we are going to deliver earlier than promised. Remember, we were still waiting for 60 days for our page to mature before we can really do our live stream. But here we are now, and we're doing it right now. And since this is our first ever live stream, you are watching us live here. We have set 3 rules. Very simple. First is that we may not be able to cater first and foremost to your, questions, real time. But as much as possible, we will, if we still have additional time, to really catch some of those by the end of the podcast. Second is that we can do a little bit of shout out for those early birds who came in and waited during the countdown. And of course, we have zero tolerance for rudeness. So speaking of which, of shout out, I just like to do a little bit of that. Hi to Jesmel, RSG, Carlo, I also see Joy, and welcome. We are your sisters. I am Pen.
I'm Raquel.
I'm Checo.
Matthew.
Julie.
All right.
Ano? Hi.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
All right. So,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Ganun ba? Cheers. So anyway, gusto ko lang balikan yung last episode natin, no? So in our previous episode, we delved into the topic of aging, no? Pagtanda, and how it affects or somehow impacts our physical attributes, mobility, tsaka yung mga overall health natin. So today, we will continue our discussion on aging or yung pagtanda pa rin. But now, this time we will focus on how this, or yung growing older or getting older really impacts naman yung roles and responsibilities natin. So within our, kumbaga parang families, say for example, as kapatid, as anak to our parents, parang ganon. And then siguro para at least guided tayong lahat, I'll leave at least 3 questions for us to answer later on. So what was the specific point? I think this is about trigger, no? When you realize na nagkaroon ng parang reversal of roles or parang change to sa roles and responsibilities mo as anak, as kapatid, as I think within the family, no? And then how do you feel about this life change and transition, and ano yung mga ginagawa ninyo or ginawa ninyo, no, to accept or to fulfill yung mga changes na yan? Siguro I'll start, no?
Okay.
I think siguro, I'm not sure if you're going to agree with me, but I think the trigger point nung change nung roles and responsibility ko, kasi siguro yung mga hindi nakakaalam, ako kasi ate ako eh. Pangalawa ako sa magkakapatid, only girl. And then, yung kuya ko kasi maaga din bumukod. So ako, naiwan akong nakapisan sa mga magulang ko. So I think the trigger really happened nung nag-start na akong mag-earn. Right? Siguro connected pa rin sa mga previous discussion natin about financials na sa Alcansya. Pero kasi doon, although unspoken expectation siya, hindi naman sinabi sa akin ng nanay ko na, o ikaw na magbabayad ng Meralco kasi ako na, parang gano'n. Because ako siguro napalaki ako and I'm conscious doon sa status namin. So now, na ako na yung kumikita, ako na yung kumbaga parang what they call it, nagkusa. Nagkusa. Kasi nakapisan nga ako eh. Diba? So ako na yung nagkusa na buy the mga bills, groceries, and whatnot. Parang ganon. And then, how do I feel about it? Siguro ngayon nga, unspoken expectation. So, kumaga parang di ako nabigyan ng chance na magreklamo. Kasi, dahil nga, ako yung ate, ang mindset ko nun is part to ng responsibility ko as ate, parang ganyan, since yung mga kapatid ko at that time, diba, mga 20s tayo, early 20s, nag-start tayo magtrabaho, nag-aaral pa sila noon, no? So ako talaga halos lahat yung tumutulong sa nanay ko para mataguyod yung family, parang ganyan. How about you guys?
Ako kasi almost similar. Almost similar na kasi though, yes, that's true that it's an unspoken expectation. Ako kasi, separately, I made that expectation clear to myself. When I had my first job, I had my first salary, I made sure na I had this discussion with kina mama at kay papa. At sinabi ko talaga yan kasi during that time, si papa, if I'm not mistaken, nag-ahente pa siya noon ng kotse, tapos si mama naman nagtitinda siya ng kung ano-ano, nagtitinda siya ng Avon, ng Sara Lee, ng breakfast doon sa street namin, no. And during that time, nung nagtrabaho na ako, that was the time na kinausap ko si mama, sabi ko gano'n, now that I'm working, you don't have to anymore. Hindi ko nga lang maalala kung English ko rin dineliver, no? Pero yun yung sense. Basta sinabi ko yun sa kanya. Kasi, you know naman me, I'm maarte like that. So I really cannot remember if I said that in English. So, sinabi ko sa kanya, sabi niya, hindi anak, pagtutulong-tulungan natin to. That I also remember na sinabi ni mama. Tapos ako din, siguro meron akong messianic disorder, ganyan, na sinabi ko gano'n na, hindi, ako to, ganyan, o pili ka. Pagpapatuloy mo pa rin ba yung pagtitinda ng A1, Sara Lee, at saka breakfast sa street, or ako na lang ang magsasagot niya. Tapos sabi niya, madali naman ako kausapan na. So, binigay niya sa akin yan. Pero siguro, ang pinaka-trigger sa akin when paano ko nasabi na nag-change na yung role from before na ikaw yung dependent na ngayon independent ka na and people are depending sa akin. That was also when it changed yung pagpapakilala ko na before when I introduced myself, I live with my parents. Mm-hmm. And then it suddenly shifted to my parents live with me. So it really changed, no? It wasn't like before na I lived with my parents when I was younger, when I was in elementary, high school, college, ganyan. Pero when I was the one providing for the family, and totoo naman din, so we transferred from one place to another due to work and all that. It suddenly shifted na I live with my parents to my parents live with me. Okay. And not only that, kaakibat nun, I have 7 nephews and nieces with me. I have my brother and his partner with him. Ganon. Tapos, yung basketball team ng barangay, hindi na yung kasali.
Yes naman kasi.
Hindi kasali yun.
Hindi. Pero that's how exactly I know na this was the trigger of this. I know that something changed. My role changed. Hindi na ako pwedeng mag-petiks-petiks because there will be other people na will be impacted also. And to Checo's point, it's you're not really given any airtime to complain. No, because sometimes not even to think about the rule shift. Especially we are Asians, we are Filipinos, and to be very detailed about it, ang main core pa rin natin is family, and that's really taking care of the core ng community natin, which is, being a brother to your brother, a son to your mother, and all that to your parents. So, I guess din yung naging shift ko lang. Yung changes din sa introduction ng sarili, ganun yung nangyari sa akin.
Naalala ko one time when we were walking sa San Juan, like we were holding hands pa nagwa-walk tayo nun. Naalala ko sinabi mo, na-remember mo na nag-mature ka na on a specific instance, yung may dala-dala kang balde. I don't know if you remember this conversation. May dala-dala kang balde and then sabi mo, I don't care what other people think. Dadalhin ko tong balde. Right? So parang yung point of maturity mo. Or it's nice to, yung shift mo ng wordings that my parents live with me na. In my case naman, kasi ako naman, I'm the youngest of three, opposite to Checo and Matt. Mine was gradual. It went in phases. The first phase was in 2008. I was 24. This was when my mom was diagnosed with cancer. Dito yung phase we're in, yung health, nakita kong nag-change. Being, alam mo yun, kilala natin ang parents natin as healthy, sila yung umaakay sa atin, kakarga sa atin, itatawid tayo ng kalsada. And then all of a sudden, nandun niya yung bumulaga sa the mortality that, oh, my parents could die because of a disease. And yeah, around June 2008, nung my mom went under medical procedure, that's one of the instances where I saw my mom crying. And it's very different. It hit me differently. So that was the first time, 2008. The next thing was when I turned 30. That was the first time also I cried in front of my mom because of a heartache. And I think etong phase naman ito is more on the relationship side, on my personal side. Because again, I didn't grow up very open to my parents. And I'm thankful because they're very accepting. And then the last phase was 2016 when I moved here. I was already 32 because all throughout my growing life, parati akong may kasama sa bahay. I stayed with my parents when I graduated until I started working with Doctors Without Borders. When I go with projects, I would live with my team. But when I moved here in the US 2016, that's the first time na ako lang talaga. Ako naglalaba, lahat ako mag-aasikaso and stuff like that. So yung reversal of role we're in, hindi ako inobliga, but financially, I know I could help, so I help with that. And at the same time, I think yung growth then we're in, kaya ko nang i-voice out yung mga opinions ko on how, like as a family dynamics, as their child, I could give my insights kung paano mapapaayos yung takbo ng family in a way. And yeah, I think you saw that also last year when I went home and when I was dealing with my mom's sickness and eventually death. So yeah, so that.
Same tayo, Julie. And during that time, siguro yun yung I think 2023, yung super matured. Yung parang kala mo. Actually, yun yung yung biggest fear ko. Pero going back, nung dinidiscuss natin tong episode natin tonight, nag-reflect, kailan ba yung change ng role? Para kasing, sa akin kasi, parang yung mindset ko, parang hindi kasi siya obligation. Parang ganun. So siguro, ang maswerte lang sa akin ulit. Kasi working yung parents ko. So kumbaga, talagang sila. Tapos sila rin yung parents na ayaw maghiwa-hiwalay sa bahay. And lumaki din ako na especially yung medyo challenging na mga circumstances is talagang dinidiscuss namin, yung pinag-uusapan ng family. So everyone is involved. So yung doon siguro, yung sa maturity doon sa financial side, bilang accounting graduate ako. So ako yung tagapangasiwa lang. Pero wala talaga akong, kumbaga yung obligation na nabanggit ninyong lahat. Kaya talaga, swerte ko eh.
Ang swerte mo naman. Sana all.
Swerte ko talaga. Kaya hindi ko maano yung introduction na, yun nga, talaga swerte ko. Kasi nga yung parents ko, yung nanay ko, tsaka yung tatay ko, talagang kumikita sila on their own. So, kumbaga parang wala sa end namin yung sinasabi niya, bilan niyo ako ng ganito, wala talaga, totally wala. Pero siguro yung doon sa pagpapalaki, doon sa mga pamangkin, I guess, simula nung si Kayan, I think 2004 yata si Kayan, pinanganak. Yung as lumalaki sila, ako yung kontrabidang tita talaga. Kumbaga parang, ako yung sa kanila, nagme-maintain na ang pera, hindi yan basta-basta. Kumbaga parang pinaghihirapan yan. Siguro, kaya nga lagi nila, naalala ko noon si Kayan. As in, hindi niya nakalakihan. Tita Peng yung pera, Tita Peng. Kasi hindi ko talaga sila sinanay ng ganun.
Mhm.
Kaya, naalala ko yung si Kayan nung bata siya. Nasabi niya, ano yan, sasabi niya, inuunahan niya na ako kasi nasanay na siya na ganun yung sinasabi ko. Ano akala mo sa akin? ATM machine. Namimidra ng pera. Nota. Ganon. Kaya sila lumalaki. Kahit 20 pesos yung ibibigay ko sa kanila, talagang kumbaga meron silang task na dapat gawain. And ayun nga, talagang ang ano ko sa kanila ang image tita masungit eh. So, yun, mas okay naman sa akin yun kasi kumbaga kung si Honey, tinotolerate niya yung sister ko, yung bunso namin. Kung tinotolerate niya yung mga pamangkin, ako naman yung di bali na ako yung kontrabida, ganyan. And siguro parang medyo mabigat pala na yung responsibility sa family nung nawala si nanay. So, ibang topic na lang yun. So, yun yung ano.
Baka magkaiyakan tayo.
Oo nga, tayong tatlo, di ba? Hindi natin kasali yung dalawa.
Grabe.
Yung parang,
Gusto nyo ba?
Iba-iba. Iba-iba yung iba-iba yung yung turning point nung doon sa responsibility. Diba?
Totoo. Right, totoo. Iba-iba talaga yung turning point. I just remembered when we graduated 99 high school life, yun yung turning point sa akin. Kasi I'm the eldest, so alam naman siguro to ng mga panganay na makakarinig sa atin. Walang pinanghahawakan tayong kontrata pero parang parang sa family ng culture ng Philippines talagang parang nakapatong na talaga sa yung ganung responsibility. 'Di ba? Matik na siya. Pero I took it happily tsaka with 'di ba? With with reverence kumbaga. Kasi I respect my parents deeply talaga. So ang sistema doon, when we graduated, siguro yung kontrata pero parang parang sa family ng culture ng Philippines talaga.
Parang may nagpe-play. Siguro si Cherry.
Parang nag-echo ko.
Si Cherry Litz yung nag-play.
Nag-echo ako doon Okay, anyway. So, gusto ko lang sabihin doon, yung when we graduated during high school, yun yung turning point ko. Tapos siguro kaya rin ako ganito into education na gusto ko mag-strive at mag-aral na mag-aral. Kasi ang naging motivation ko, siguro yung tipong kulang nga syempre for everybody's knowledge, alam rin to ni Julie na kaming mga pamangkins ng aming mga titos and titas in the US, ni Tito, ni Uncle, shout out kay Uncle Cesar. Siyang nagpaaral sa aming lahat.
Sa Marcelo.
Kaya ng letter C sa Marcelo. Siya nagpaaral sa aming lahat ng college. So kaming lahat na magpipinsan, choose your own school, siya magpapaaral. So yun yung ano ko talaga, parang pagpapasalamat to give back to them, yung kabutihan. So nag-aral talaga ako mabuti. Tapos pag nakagraduate, mag-give back to the parents. So hindi ko naman siya tinitingnan na obligation and responsibility. Parang out of love, kung yun yung inaano ko, it's out of love. Since we're talking about reversal of roles, I was just reminded that you mentioned about health, kay Julie, kay Checo, yung finances, kay Mama Pen, yung finances, tapos yung educational growth. Ito yung mga factors kasi na nagko-compose sa reversal of roles. Kaya tayo nagpapalit ng role ng sistema sa bahay. Kahit ano tayong edad, nagkakaroon ng pagkakataon na magpapalit. Example, yung perfect, yung si Julie, di ba, youngest. Tapos, since health issues ng family, tapos nagkaroon ng, siya naman yung nagkataon na merong kakayahan when it comes to finances, di ba, yung may magpopondo. So siya yung magpo-provide. So yun yung usual na nagiging situation ng reversal of roles. So madami tayong factors na mako-consider. Ang gusto ko lang itanong sa inyo, since ganun, tapos kayo, di ba, hindi naman kayo yung talagang eldest na talagang pinanganak na panganay. So, since sa inyo na patong ang responsibilidad, for example, sa bunso, na meron naman kayong mas matandang ate o kuya,
Kapatid.
di ba kayo nagkaroon ng pakiramdam na, teka lang, parang pinasa mo sa akin yung responsibilidad. Di ba dapat ikaw muna? Anong take nyo doon?
Ako hindi personally. Go for it, Mama Pen.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't took it personally kasi like ako naman ang nagpaaral sa akin sister ko. And alam niyo yung plans ko before, I would like to go to med school. Kaso when I was on my 4th year ng clinical lab science na course, sabi ko, mas preferred ko yatang at the back end ng healthcare, yung walang patient interaction. Ate ko nagpaaral sa akin and with other cousins sa pinaaral niya. And ang mindset ko nun is that she could use that money for her own to plan for her future. So I sort of relieved her of that obligation para sa akin. And then nung ako naman na yung may capacity, inaho ko na. Like with my mom's treatment. Kasi, syempre, single ako, may family yung sister ko, may family yung kuya ko. So, ako yung mas may capacity. So, like you, giving back. Kasi gano'n naman tayo ni-raise, diba? I didn't really felt obligated or what. For me, it's just like, yun nga, pagmamahal, you have the capacity, edi give mo, di ba? Kung may matulong, give mo.
Right. So almost similar to that, no? Na kasi I'm also not the eldest. I am the middle child though. Isa sa disorder yata ng yung syndrome ng middle child is that
ako rin kaya bakit?
Wait lang.
Iba ko sabihin eh.
Okay. Bigyan ko kayo spotlight later, ha?
Sige.
Okay.
Sige.
Hindi naman ako nakapag-debate. Ano po, kwento ko
talking stick.
Nung nandun po ako sa barangay. So as a middle child kasi, no, it's either of the two things. You become the black sheep of the family or you become the overachiever. And thankfully, siguro life is very humbling, depende kung paano ka nabuhay, paano ka how you were raised. It can really humble you or give you that certain sense of pride or ego. And thankfully, thank God that I've been humbled by life in itself. At an early age na tanggap ko sa sarili ko na si Kuya Van at saka si RJ pwedeng private school. Tapos ako hindi. Kasi si Kuya Van at saka si RJ, mga kapatid ko, sila yung mas makulit. Hindi nila kayang magstay sa isang grade or sa isang year nang hindi sila ipapatawag sa principal's office or hindi sila kailangan mag-transfer to a different school. That's how difficult it is. And I thank God that from elementary na public school to high school na public school din. Tapos eventually, pagdating ko ng college, and this is, once again, akala ko hindi na kasi coming from a science high school, no, sa Marikina Science, no, and formerly known as MIST, formerly known as MASAT, formerly known as whatever, but currently MPC din siya at saka Marikina Science. Pero eventually nga, nung nag-college ako, since galing ako sa isang science high school, and I'm sure a lot of Filipinos know that when you're coming from a science high school, mahirap makakuha ng grade na normal. Right? So, mababa talaga grade ko. Siguro kung aakit ng stage based sa general weighted average, huli akong tatawagin, no? Hindi dahil sa tanto yung kapilido ko. So, tanggap ko na yon. So, ang ano ko is that hindi ako makakapasok sa mga state universities or state colleges na like PUP or UP or any of that sort because I know na general weighted average pa lang hindi na ako matatanggap because ang accepting din would be ang pinakamababa na is 85, 87, ganyan. No? So, mahirap talaga. So, nakaset na yung utak ko. Sabi ko, magja-Japan ako. Japan, sagot sa kahirapan. That's how I really envision myself. And, again, God works in mysterious ways. And during that time, biglang dumating and si Ate Queenie yung ginawang instrumento nito was that biglang dumating si Ate Queenie, uy, Fen, meron din, kailangan mo lang mag-take ng exam sa AMA Computer University dito sa May San Juan. Kapag pag naipasa mo, scholar ka. And I passed. Tapos naging scholar ako and that's 100% scholar. And then, during that time, at ito na yung i-connect ko. Kasi lahat yung, tahi-tahi to answer the question na, did I ever ask bakit sa akin kagad binigay? No. Because alam ko how difficult life is during that time. And during that time, Kuya Van and RJ were still exploring, yung buhay ng pagiging teenager. They are enjoying that. And ako kasi bilang malapit ako sa nanay ko, I always wanted, ever since, to give my mom that comfortable way of living in the most parang the best possible way I can all the time. Parang the reason why I excel at school, the reason why I excel at work is primarily because I want to give parang honor to my mom, no? Para mabigyan ko rin siya ng comfort. And that's my way of, Ma, it's your turn. And it's my turn. Yun yung nabanggit yun ni Checo dun sa Alcansya na episode. Gustong-gusto ko yun nung sinabi niya na ako naman. And yun naman din yun sa akin. It's my turn now. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. It's going to be wild. Charot. Pero hindi. That's what I learned. That's when I learned na, hey, I'm going to take this time around and I'll be the one providing for the family naman.
Para may parang may
Hi,
message.
Larry!
Uy, First comment mo
Hi,
siya.
Larry.
May libreng Matthew.
Hindi, tawa naman din kasi yung
Tarot reading.
tama kasi yung kaya I did just ask that question kasi 'di ba napapanahon yun na I just watch yung if you watch already MMFF yung kay Vice yung and the breadwinner is kasi yung topic natin 'di ba yung reversal of roles kitang-kita siya doon sa pelikula. I'm not connected to any celebrities or anything or any network. Hindi ko naman siya pinapanood. But ang gusto ko lang sabihin would be yung sa reversal of roles, madami kasing Filipinos o madaming in the other country as well na nakakaramdam na teka lang parang hindi ko naramdaman na sumaya ako, 'di ba? Nagkakaroon ng ganung issues na parang nakalimutan ko ang childhood ko, ang teenage years ko kasi ako yung nagtrabaho. 'Di ba? Merong ganung example tulad ng sinabi ko reversal of roles. 'Di ba? Nag-sacrifice ako. Hindi nga ako nag-aral kasi 'di ba pinag-aral ko kayo tapos maging kapalit ganyan lang. 'Di ba? May mga ganyan. Kunyari, health issues naman ng parents tapos ikaw yung ate at kuya mo nag-asawa agad tapos ikaw yung naiwan, middle, youngest, ikaw na yung magtataguyod. 'Di ba yung mga ganung bagay? So pag ganun kasi may mararamdaman kasi tayo. So I'm just happy na sa inyo naririnig ng ating mga sisters na yung pakiramdam na hindi natin na, 'di ba? Hindi natin na feel na obligation to. It's just an act of love, of giving back, 'di ba? Iyon yung maganda nating maibigay at ma-impart for tonight do sa ating mga sisters kasi this is what we call the positive parentification. Sa psychology we have that It's a positive parentification. 'Di ba wala naman tayong standard handbook how to be a good parent. Meron ba tayong parent 101? Wala tayong ganun. Kanya-kanya tayong para paano papalakihin yung mga bata. Pero lumaki tayo ng hindi ko naman pinasabi na tayo yung 100% na perfect. Lumaki naman tayo na naiintindihan yung nangyayari. So it's validation. Na-validate natin yung naramdaman natin, naramdaman nung magulang, ng mga kapatid natin. So dahil doon sa validation na yon, nag-gets natin na ito yung dapat kong gawin. So iyon, ang ganda pakinggan.
Pati Matthew, parang siguro yung family as family. Parang ngayon ko lang na-realize kasi ako ever since talaga parang lagi ko talagang pinagpapa-thank you na kung bakit ako ganito is because sa parents ko talaga. Yung upbringing talaga nila sa akin. Pero
True.
nung narinig ko yung story mo, yung from si uncle mo, yung nagpapaaral sa inyo, hindi naman pala necessarily na meron kang tatay na kumbaga parang siya yung, kumbaga parang yung as family, para maging, kumbaga parang maging maayos ka rin sa paglaki mo. So kumbaga hindi necessarily na parents mo, mga kapatid mo, at ang pinaka nagmamatter siguro pala is yung mga taong lahat ng nakapaligid sa'yo. No?
True.
Kasi, kumbaga, ang swerte nga lang din talaga natin kasi parang close family yung mga family natin. Pero yun yung isa kong na-realize na yung maging positive tayo doon sa situation, despite na, kumbaga, kung di man buo yung family mo or what, so depende pa rin talaga doon sa mga people surrounding you. Napaka-importante. No?
That's so true.
Totoo.
Like, for example, it's a very good thing that you guys pointed it out, no? Especially you, Raquel, na kumbaga binigyan ko parang emphasis yung sinabi ni Matthew kanina na si Uncle C. Kasi ako din like for example, Tito Nari has been very, 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 very helpful sa akin, and I will always be grateful sa tulong na binibigay niya. Even up to this point, no, na may edad na ako. But kasi, andun din kasi yung people will help people who are helping themselves. Yung mga ganon, na parang...
Tama.
May mga tao kasi na mas gumagaang silang tumulong sa mga taong nakikita nilang tinutulungan din nila yung sarili nila
True.
Diba? Kasi meron naman din mga selfless love na totoo naman, regardless whether inaabuso ka na, sige lang, go ahead, I love you either way, regardless. Pero meron naman din na people, it's a lot easier for them to help because they can see na, like for example, ang sinasabi, and din dito sa pagbubuhat ng sarili kong bangko, pero ang sinasabi ni Tito Nari, huwag ka nang umarte. Yung ibibigay ko naman sa yung tulong, hindi naman yan para sa iyo din Alam ko namang itutulong mo yan sa mama mo, sa mga kapatid mo.
That's so
And
sweet.
alam niya yun, naka-automatic na yun, na parang kapag ako yung bibigyan, alam nung mga tao, and alam niyo to, you are very close sa akin, alam niyo na, kapag sa akin papadaanin, hindi para sa akin to. I mean, you can see the shirt that I wear, the shoes that I wear. It's almost the same thing that you see me wear every occasion. Why? Because I'd rather invest doon sa mga and people would think, no, sobra ka naman, don't forget yourself. No, I'm not forgetting myself. It's just that napakagastos lang din kasi mabuhay talaga. So, at sa dami nun, you have 7 kids ba naman under your wing. But, do I complain? No. Umaaray a little bit kapag minsan dahil talagang mahirap ang buhay pero to complain about that, no, I don't think so. Siguro nabanggit kasi ni Matthew doon sa the breadwinner is kasi doon yung may nakarelate. Ako naman kasi doon sa yung Four Sisters and a Wedding ba yun?
Yes, magkakapatid.
At kasi baka Bea Alonso ko doon.
Ikaw si Bea.
Bea naman.
Pakiramdam po ako si Bea doon. Bakit ako? Bakit parang kasalanan ko? Yung ganon. Pero, ang ano doon is, I never saw it as something na as a burden, but rather, I saw it na, I saw it in more of a blessing na parang, I've been blessed so much that I've been an instrument to bless others also. It just so happened, no, it's within the family, and why would I be stingy about it? So I give back. Yun nga, babalik ako doon sa giving back, sa loving back, and all that. And nakakatuwa lang din na isipin na hindi to lahat dahil lang sa talino or galing or lakas ko lang Ito ay dahil din doon sa awa ng Diyos, una sa lahat, at pangalawa, sa mga nagmamahal din na kaibigan at kamag-anak. Yung Tito Nari, friends ko, kayo na alam nyo, hindi ko nga kailangan magsalita. And people already know, dun sa mga nakakakilala sa akin na, hindi lang yan pero sige, eto, Fen, this is for you, ganyan. Si Tito Nari, madalas yan, may mga pa-surprise na na, eto, this is for you.
To add that, I think another factor na for me realizing the reversal of role, yung environment naman na napuntahan ko, it took me a while to realize na hindi na ako anak nyo. I'm also an adult with my own decision-making capacity. And I only realized that when I moved here sa US, kasi as I've told you, parati akong may kasama sa bahay na namumuhay. Nung lumayo ako sa family ko, and this is in Filipino culture in general, there's things in the culture that I realized na hindi ko pwedeng dalhin living here in the US, na for me is a bit toxic And there's things in my family na kailangan kong putulin for the generational trauma not to be a cycle anymore. So, dun ko na-realize that, okay, and it took me a while. I've only had this reconciliation with my mom 2020 for her to realize na, yes, anak niyo ko, but at the same time, I'm an adult. I can decide for myself. I hope you value my opinion as an adult. So that's me drawing healthy boundaries with my family.
Right.
Parang ang hirap sundan nung kay Julie. Pero ako kasi, siguro...
Pero balik tayo sa charades.
Hindi,
Hindi, siguro before ka, best mag, Checo, yung, di ba may mga yung viewers, baka meron din silang, nila, opinion or comments, pwede naman nila i-chat, di ba? So, hindi naman necessarily manood lang eh. Kumbaga mas gusto natin na rin sila, mag-participate or maging interactive yung natin din, episode. Yeah. Sige.
Yes.
Bes?
Wala na
sinasabi
ako.
Sorry. Sorry na.
Kanina kasi parang sinasabi niyo na nakakatuwa na yung common sa ating lahat is how we, kumbaga parang accept yung roles natin by giving back. Parang ganon. Nakakatuwa yung kay Matt, kay Fen, kasi meron silang mga kamag-anak na nagtumulong mag-aral. Parang, tumulong magpa-aral. Parang ganyan. Kami meron din ganon. Kaya lang meron kasamang sumbat. Parang ganyan.
Okay.
So parang hindi naging maganda yung core memory ko doon sa mga ganon. Kasi parang, okay, sila yung nagbibigay na ganito, pero may kasamang sumbat. Pero siguro, ang kagandahan is, babalik ako doon sa core, sa within the family. Kasi kung, ang iba yung pagtanggap ko doon, na parang, puro sumbat ka naman, nabibigay ka, tapos meron naman kasama sumbat. Pwede kasi ang maging reaction ko doon, kung hindi strong yung family ko, yung core ng sa family, maybe, baka nagrebelde ako, parang ganyan, parang hindi na lang ako kasi magbibigay nga kayo pero may kasamang alam mo merong laging pabaon.
Para tuloy na isip ko yung sarili ko ganyan ba ako sa mga pamangkin ko.
Parang ganon. Mahirap kumaga parang babalik tayo doon sa paano tayo pinalaki ng magulang natin. Yun yung pangahawakan natin kasi kung hindi natin yun panghahawakan, bibitaw tayo doon sa core values na yon, maaari kasi na iba yung magiging landas di ba? Kung pwedeng ako as ate, pabayaan ko na yung mga kapatid ko, para ganyan, magrebelde na ako, bakit ako lahat ng may responsibility dito, parang ganyan. Yung sa amin kasi wala talagang discussion na nangyari, parang yun nga, babalik ako sinabi ko kanina, dahil ako yung ate, parang ganyan, ako yung nakapisan doon, kuya ko kasi nahiwalay na. So parang inako ko lang talaga yung responsibilities. And then nung nag-start na rin ako ng family ko, tapos kapatid ko naman yung somehow doon na nakapisan, parang unspoken, sila naman din nagtuloy nung kumbaga parang responsibility. Oo, na parang hindi namin kailangan pag-usapan, na parang automatic ko naman, parang ganyan. And then, I think now, so far, kaming lahat magkakapatid, maganda naman yung naging bunga ng experience na yon kasi kumbaga parang yung nandun rin kami doon sa part na giving back, parang ganyan. So, I think ang pinaka-common sa atin is napakaganda ng foundation ng family natin. Kasi kung hindi, palabas yan, lahat ng mga external factors like relatives, family na I mean, kamag-anak sa labas is hindi magiging maganda yung natin. Output, parang gano'n.
Right.
Kasi parang ni Mama Pen tsaka ni Matthew.
Parang
What?
hindi
What's
pa
that?
Aquarius kasi nanay ni Mama Pen tsaka ni Matthew.
Oo, Aquarius.
Hindi ko alam yun sa amin, baka Capricorn.
Pero kasi, like for example, yung maganda kasi nasabi din kasi ni Julie doon sa setting of boundaries It actually gives you that level of authority as well. Yung nung bata-bata tayo, we cannot set boundaries. We cannot just state that So as we come into adulthood, kasama din yung changing of roles doon na before your word will not matter. But right now, ikukonsulta ka pa. Ano sa tingin mo yung iti-take natin dito? Saan kaya tayo mas magandang magpunta? Paano kayang kakainin natin? Ano kayang kakainin natin ito? Anong ihanda natin sa medianoche, sa Noche Buena? Things like that. That before, when we were younger, we're not even given that airtime to really share our thoughts, or will our thoughts even be valuable enough to be part of the discussion? Kapag may usapan nga ng matanda, wag kayo dito. Usapan to ng matanda.
Maglaro kayo doon.
You're being brushed off. Pero,
Matulog kayo.
a certain, a change of role. Also, another thing that can distinguish that we have changed our roles is that when we are already being consulted, that whenever an action is needed, biglang, nga pala, may project si ganito, yung pamangkin mo, medyo mahal, ganito. Ay nga pala, anak, natutuklap pala yung mga pintura ng ganito. Baka naman. And things like that. No? Ando na rin yung, when your word matter, then you can set na, hey, ito kasi yung boundaries ko rin. This is how much I can give as far as, kasi alam nila that you've already, sometimes ako, for one, alam nila that I've already outgiven myself. Nabigay ko na lahat. Ito na lang, ano pa bang idadagdag? O sige, magwawalit na rin ako kasi wala na ako idadagdag pa dyan. Alam mo yun? But they know na, ito yun. And for me, yun yung isang bagay din that truly identifies me that, hey, hindi na ako yung batang pen before. Ako na yung dalagang pen. Ako na yung nag-mature na individual na I am at the point of my life we're in. And midlife na nga di ba? Na, hey, I'm not the one looking for that path. I'm one of those creating that path para doon sa mga bata ko, sa mga pamangkin ko. Hey, I'm going to make this path clearer for you. It may have not been as clear a path for me when I was younger, but I'm going to make it clear for you a little bit, or, a little bit more comfortable for you to take on yung mga ganyan. It all boils down to the level of love that we have. Kasi hindi naman lahat din ng family will give selflessly.
Yeah.
Diba?
True. Totoo. Yun yung maganda kasi 'di ba sabi nga ni Miss Leia Santos Cayetano, hello po ma'am. 'Di ba yung sabi niya kanina yung puso, kung ano talaga yung natutunan mo, yun talaga daw ang lalabas. That's right. Tulad ng sinasabi natin kanina pa, 'di ba yung we feel validated na, 'di ba? Yung ang saya ng pakiramdam na napapakinggan na tayo, 'di ba? O anong tingin mo? Ito yung problema. Anong tingin mo magiging decision mo? Anong tingin mo sa mga gatong angulo? Tapos that's what we call, 'di ba? Mabalik ako sa sinabi ko kanina, yung positive parentification. It's one way of parang na-train na tayo. How are we going to enter this adulthood na tinatawag natin? And I just would like to share kasi lahat tayo nakakonect tayo din Gusto ko yung mga sinabi rin nila Checo at ngayon yung lahat, tayong lahat, na yung mga ginawa sa ating kabutihan ay pinapasa rin natin, di ba? Yung sinabi ni Mama Pen kanina, di ba? Yung hindi naman to para sa akin lang, i-disperse ko to lahat. Meron tayo kanya-kanya. So, naalala ko yung laging sinasabi sa akin din ni Mami, yung sa Noah's Ark, 'di ba, yung arko ni Noah, yung Ark, ARK, 'di ba? It's an acronym. So sabi niya, all we need to do is remember, just have only one act of random kindness na walang hinihinging kapalit. Act of random kindness. Yung tipong wala lang, basta magbigay ka lang, tapos hindi naman siya kailangang hinga ng kapalit, yung walang sumbatan tulad ng sinabi ni Checo kanina. Di ba yung tipong na, kasi babalik talaga siya na parang itutulong din naman sa iba. Yun na lang ibayad mo sa akin. Yung tulong mo, gusto mo ibayad sa akin, itulong mo na lang din sa iba. Di ba? Kung ganun tayong lahat.
Sa atin ni
diba?
Ni Ma'am Lucy Francisco. Ang pagtulong daw ay kailangan bukal sa puso at walang hinihintay na kapalit.
That is true.
Totoo.
Hi, ma'am.
Pero Matthew, parang ang ko lang, may tanong.
Go ahead.
Yung, kumbaga kasi, parang by nature, nangyari kasi parang tayo pare-pareho. Parang actually nga walang acceptance ng role eh. Parang hindi rin compliance, for compliance. Parang naturally, parang hindi kasi natin siya natignan ba na obligation or what. Pero ano kaya yung triggering nun sa isang tao? Kasi nagkataon tayo pare-parehas na parang ganun eh, no? So, kumbaga, meron bang common sa atin na para ba hindi, kumbaga parang, nagigets niyo ba yung sinupunto ko? Parang ako hindi ko rin ba.
Yung malinaw sa
May
atin, sa high school natin.
Feeling ko,
saka pa nag-high school.
Culturally inclined siya. Right? Kasi feeling ko, yung ganitong sabi natin, kahit kapamilya natin yan, kahit pa paano, masasabi mo siya utang na loob eh. Di ba? Paying it forward, parang gano'n na. Kaya ako ginagawa to naman, kasi ako naman, parang ganyan, kasi nakita ko yung sakripisyo niyo before. I think sa kultura lang natin mga Pinoy yung very obvious yung ganyan eh. Sa ibang bansa, sa abroad, usually, karamihan, I'm not saying all, pero pag tungtong mo na 18 years old, pinapalayas ka na eh, di ba? Para magkaroon ka ng ganyan. And hindi nila masyadong binavalue yung, say for example, matanda na yung magulang, di ba? Karamihan sa kanila, ilalagay na sa home for the aged, or sa kung anong institution. Unlike tayo, home care, parang ganyan. Unlike tayo, na parang kahit hanggang sa pagtanda, gusto natin
kasama natin.
Oo. To answer yung quickly lang yung kay Raquel, culturally inclined siya, na kinalakhan natin siya, hindi siya inan sa atin na kahit sabi mo unspoken nga the expectation, pero since kinalakihan mo siya, parang ganyan, nakikita mo, more on sa tayo siguro sa actions. Diba? Nakikita natin sa mga magulang natin to nung araw, sa magulang din nila, diba? Sa mga lola-lola natin, and then ipapasa sa atin. That's why tayo na yung gumagawa ng ganoon.
Yes, correct. Tama yun. Yung turning point and the trigger itself would be the feeling of self-validation. Yung tipong naramdaman mo within your clique, within the family, na
oo nga naman.
Kasi yun na yun.
Sorry, Doc.
Nawala ako. Anyway, going back, yung feeling ng self-validation, yung validated yung pakiramdam mo na lahat yung na sinasabi mo, tanggap sa family, yun yung na magti-trigger eh. Lahat tayo, pag nakaramdam na special ka, parang meron ka ng posisyon na magsalita, meron ka ng karapatan magsalita sa loob ng pamilya mo, tapos valid lahat, tapos kahit nararamdaman mo ay negative, valid pa din, yung ganung pakiramdam, yun yung magti-trigger. Tapos, at the same time, kahaluan ng positive parentification, dun siya magdidiretso na kapag naramdaman natin siya, automatic yun magro-root yun sa respect.
Totoo. Tsaka kahit, I think yung capacity din natin to amplify whatever is given into us, na bibigyan ka ng konti and we have the capacity na, okay, I can multiply this 10 times or make it logarithmic, di ba? Coming from Marikina Science High School, alam natin yan, Ma'am Torrente. And then, ang entry ko sa iyong arc, akin naman ay airplane.
Haba ng acronym.
I think yung all-important random positivity will live and never end. Kaya whatever yung binibigay sa atin, binibigay natin talaga.
I like that.
Ako kasi, ang ibibigay
may entry ka din.
Entry mo, Stephen. Ano mo?
Ang acronym ko, Hippodrome. Baka pagbigay. Pero hindi. Ang saya ng usapan natin di ba? Tapos andito na naman tayo because I'm seeing that our live is already running 54 minutes and we'd love to really extend this. Siguro ang isang magandang bagay dito, we were able to identify then what's common sa ating lima nga ba talaga, why has it been very easy. One is that, yun nga, as Asians, as Filipinos, as part of a Filipino community, family, diba, culturally, we have been brought sa ano nga na, kumbaga, to give back, take care of our loved ones, yung mga ganyan. And siguro andito rin yung point, and yun yung gusto ko rin i-share, no, dun sa as part of my realization with our conversation, and it has always been, and I'm always looking forward to our weekly podcast, whether it's pre-recorded or now that we're doing it live. Actually, wala naman din pinagkaiba talaga yung live natin sa pre-recorded. It's the same thing. Siguro kung meron lang pinagkaiba is that we'll be able to edit out yung mga air gaps, yung mga dead airs na experience natin. Pero aside from that, wala naman. Kasi it's as good as they whatever they see, it's as good as that eh. Pero yun na nga, going back to the realization, siguro one thing that I really appreciated with our conversation is that it always comes back to it being humbling. It's a humbling experience. Na-experience mo na kung sa anong bata ka, you are not given that level of authority, andyan ka pa, natututo ka pa lang, watch and learn. And buti sana kung merong watch and learn moment wala naman din talagang fully na watch and learn. Kasi nga kapag nag-uusap ang matanda, wag ka muna dito, nag-uusap ang mga matanda. Until eventually, you got to the learn of, how to handle life better and all that.
Ikaw na yung matanda eventually.
At ikaw na ngayon yung matanda. And iba na yung approach mo. Kasi ako, like for example, kitang-kita ko rin yung difference na before, nag-uusap ang matanda, wag kayo dito. Ngayon, if I think na kaya namang ma-digest ng pamangkin ko yung usapan, hindi. Maupo ka dyan so that you'll know kung ano yung pinag-uusapan. Kasi ito naman yung bagay na magpe-prepare sa'yo as you grow older. And then eventually, as we move even way past, itong level natin ngayon, and we grow even to further maturity, it's humbling because I know na katulad lang din ng mga lolo't lola natin, though we give them that utmost level of respect and love, pero kasi when it comes to decision making, lesser na yung kanilang accountability doon or responsibility in making decisions. More of consulting na lang, na parang, or informed na lang sila, nanay, tay, lolo, lola, dito tayo sa Christmas, dito tayo sa Tanay, dito tayo sa wherever, na, sige, hindi naman sila yung sila pa yung magiging punong abala. No. Kasi trabaho natin yun bilang midlife people Middle age na tayo Tayo yung the one making decisions, tayo yung mga tao na gumagawa ng action. Not only making decisions but also actions. And that makes it even more important sa akin. Because una, whatever we think and whatever we do, there's always an equal amount of reaction coming from different sorts. So we really have to be very careful with the way we think, the way we act on things, because there's always an impact. I say, and I will always say that it is coming from a level of humility because it's also coming from a level of vulnerability. You'll never know when you will need that level of help. No, you cannot just say na, nasa tamang edad na ako, may sarili na akong buhay, mind your own business, catch your own galis. No. Because it also remains that whatever actions that you do, whatever things that you think of, will impact others also. So let's be mindful. Let's be mindful that whatever we think of, whatever we do, whatever we say, it's well thought of.
Yes.
Kasi hindi tayo bata na immature. Hindi rin tayo sobrang tanda na meron na tayong dementia. We are at the point of our lives wherein people look up to us at a certain level and degree that they will be looking for that level of guidance. So kung bulok yung pamamaraan mo ng pag-iisip or natin ng pag-iisip at paggawa ng mga bagay-bagay, what can we expect to come from it? So siguro andun ako, babalik ako na it's very humbling to feel how blessed I am or we are to the things that we are currently enjoying now na nakakatulong pa tayo sa iba. To the point na even beyond our circle of family, circle of friends, meron pa tayong mga taong natutulungan na hindi rin natin minsan kakilala. No? And yun naman yung isang patunay lang din. At it's a testament of our own how we were raised, the level of breeding that we have, that we do not always get into a violent state. No? Hindi tayo yung biglang magpapadala na lang basta sa emosyon. No, we think about it. And I think yun yung isang bagay din that's very common to us five, that we are very mindful. We're very demure. That we
Hindi ko sure yung demure.
Yun na siya.
Ayan, nawala siya.
Wala siya.
Demure kasi.
Oo nga. Hindi umagri yung hindi umagri yung live natin kay Stephen. Pero siguro
tama
dugtungan
yung
ko lang yung dugtungan ko siya sa Stephen. Like itong ginagawa nating podcast, no? Parang hindi naman ako personally, hindi ko siya nakikita as responsibility.
Same.
Para siyang
Chikahan
para
lang.
siyang
Oo.
oo nga, para nga siyang para pa siyang
Nilulok
nagiging
forward na siya.
Oo, para pa siyang ang nagiging outlet. Siguro doon kasi papasok din yung siguro nila natin yung demure and mindful. Nakabalik ka na.
Ito na nga. So ito, hindi, tatapusin
sige,
ko
tutuloy
lang.
mo ba?
Tatapusin
Sige.
ko lang. Na,
Okay.
yung very demure and mindful, because ang bottom line nito is that we all want to be valued by being considerate also. Kasi again, andun din tayo sa we all believe naman din na parang there's no man is an island and all that, and whatever we do is always will impact others. Biruin mo, meron tayong kasama na PhD, may kasama tayong humanitarian aid worker, and you cannot just take it away from them to be extra caring for others, no? May not be as the same. So yun na lang yung sa akin. Being considerate and mindful, because others are also impacted. So it's a humbling feeling for me na though given this age na I can make decisions, I'm still considering others' emotions. Yung ganun.
That's a good way
Right.
to
Kaya
use
pakibasa
your
yung kay Miss
platform.
Leia. Maganda yung sinabi ni Miss Leia.
Oo nga, Asan. Ikaw na magbasa.
Okay, sabi niya,
Nakita
wounded.
mo
It's
na eh.
either yung act mo, sobra kasi yun, ang kulang sa'yo, or ayaw mo kasi yun, yung sobra na nangyari na sa'yo, ganyan madalas. Tama naman yung sinabi din niya.
I like that.
Mm-mm.
Marami
Papunta rin talaga
makaka-relate
doon.
dito sa episode natin.
Kaya napansin niyo yung mood nitong episode na to?
Yes,
Di ba yung
I
mood
like
natin?
this.
Parang,
Oo.
di ba? Mabigat kasi yung topic, tapos nararanasan natin siya ngayon.
Mhm.
So parang ginagawan talaga natin siya ng paraan para gumaan lang.
Mhm. Kaya nga yung sabi ni Raquel,
Ayan, oo, meron pa.
personally, I don't see this as a responsibility. Sabi ni Melo, we are now the role model of the new generation of our younger family members. So it's best to learn the kindness should be paid forward. Yes. Mm-mm.
Pang
Ang galing.
Totoo.
Sino ba yan?
Mm-mm.
Sino ba yan?
Pero yun nga, like I'm thankful to have this stage in my life with you people. Kasi I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly evolving as a person. And you're a very good mirror to me. Yung parating hinahanap ko with people that I meet, are you going to be a mirror for me? Or are you going to be a wall na pwede kong sandalan? Or mirror na pwede akong sabihan kung ano mga pagkukulang ko as a person and stuff like that. And being in midlife, and this the reversal of roles, mahirap kasi wala ka namang kasama na ka-age mo. Unless may kapinsan kang ka-close mo undergoing the same stage. So you're the closest people that I can go to with respect to this reversal of roles that I can discuss with. So thank you.
Yeah. Definitely, lahat tayo, we did not sacrifice our true self.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Kasi
a very good point, yes.
right, no? Kasi yung pinag-uusapan natin, 'di ba? Yung self-validation, reversal of roles, ito. Kasi lahat, 'di ba? Lahat pag kinukuwento nyo ni Julie, ni Raquel, ni Checo, ni Mama Pen, nakangiti kayo habang nagkukwento. Di ba? Yung walang puot, walang pait na naranasan. Di ba? Parang pag merong konti, pero natatawa natin. So, I think ito yung maganda do sa reversal of roles na dinidiscuss natin. Na masasabi natin na hindi tayo manunumbat kung ano man yung darating. Kasi kung ano man yung binigay, di ba? Wala tayong isusumbat. I like that.
Correct. Siguro ako na lang pang
Siguro,
huli, no? Dun sa...
sige, best.
Sige. Gusto ko yung sinabi ni Ate Leia, ni Beshi. Beshi! Na parang, kung ano tayo ngayon, now, malaking factor dyan is kung ano yung na-experience natin before, nung nakaraan. Diba? So, it's really, kumbaga parang depende na lang sa'yo paano mo pinroses yung mga experiences, yung mga situations na yon, no matter how traumatic, kasakit, para ganyan. For example, sabi ko nga ng mga sumbat. So ako kasi is tinake ko yun, somehow, pumulot ako ng aral doon. Na parang balang araw, dahil alam ko yung pakiramdam ng ganoon, I will not do that to my children or to others na parang alam ko yung pakiramdam na gano'n. So, dapat hindi ako magiging gano'n sa kanila. And kung ano naman din yung mga gagandang nakuha ko sa mom ko, sa mga magulang ko, and sa mga taong hindi ko naman nila lahat ng mga kamag-anak. No? Pero, pumupulot ako ng puro magaganda. At kung pangit man yung naging situation, I always, siguro hanggang sa tumanda ako, no, dinala ko yun na I always think of something positive out of that situation. Ano yung natutunan ko dito? 'Di ba? Na pwede kong i-apply sa mga susunod or pwede ko pang mas better na i-apply pa, especially now that I have my own family, parang ganyan. So, meron din ako mga pangaral sa lecture sa mga anak ko. Sinishare ko yung ganito kami nung araw, parang ganyan. Kasi ayokong, since lahat kasi ngayon, sa totoo lang ha, parang lahat available na ngayon sa generation nila.
Instant.
Yes! Instant lahat. Kumbaga parang sabi ko, nung araw dati nakapunta lang ako, nagka-cellphone lang ako nung college na ako, parang gano'n. Kumain lang ako ng buong burger or something nung ganito na, ganyan-ganyan. Kumbaga parang right now is readily available na sa lahat because yun nga yung mga salat ka nung araw, ngayon ibinibigay mo sa mga anak mo. Pero ayoko kasing lumaki sila na spoiled. So that's why lagi akong bumabalik sa core na parang, uy, ito ng panahon namin, ganyan-ganyan, sure, ganito yung nangyari sa amin. Gusto ko pahalagahan mo yung sinasabi ng mga tao, parang ganyan. If you have any extra, mag-share ka ng blessings mo, tumulong ka, parang ganyan. So, yun yung mga values na dinala ko. And gusto kong ipasa naman din sa mga anak ko. And hopefully, sana in their future anak din, parang ganyan, or families, friends, ma-share nila yung ganong values din.
Nice.
So, yun. Ang dami ko dapat na ako na. Bigla ako nasisigitan. Ang dadaldal nyo no? Pero anyway, siguro on top na lang doon sa mga sinabi nyo. Siguro yung dugtungan ko lang yung kay Checo na parang lahat ngayon instant. Tapos i-connect ko siya doon sa pagiging mindful. And i-connect ko siya doon sa sinabi ni Carmelo na tayo na yung, kumbaga, at our age, parang tayo na yung role model ng mga, kung dati tayong, yung kabataan ng pag-asa ng bayan. Ngayon, tayo na yung role model. Yes.
Totoo.
And yung changing world ngayon, like yung ito nga sa internet, so napaka-importante na we are mindful and responsible sa lahat ng gagawain natin. Kumbaga, kung meron tayong gusto sa loobin, na gustong sabihin, pwede mo sabihin sa social media and all, or kung saan man na madaling mga channel na maipaparating mo. Let us always remember na in anything na, kumbaga parang gagawain mo, or sasabihin mo, or iisipin mo, it will always define you. I-define mo yung sarili mo, ikaw as a person. Laging yan yung sinasabi ko, kasi parang ang hirap din minsan, paano mo ma-identify, tama ba or mali? Pero parang kung iisipin mo, ay, dinedefine ko yung sarili ko na ganito, through dito sa mga ganitong channel na meron tayo ngayon. And I'm very grateful, like Anika, and siguro sa ating lahat. Kaya siguro itong ating podcast is kaya natin kinreate at hindi natin tinitake na as responsibility kasi masyado tayong overwhelmed na doon sa mga blessings sa atin. Hindi man siya financial blessing, hindi man siya, kumbaga yung fulfillment natin as a person na, teka, kompleto naman ako eh. So, hindi ako maaapektuhan na kahit anong negative. Why not yung ibigay mo yan, ibigay mo yung energy mo na yan para makatulong ka or maging, kumbaga parang, yun nga, sabi ni Melo, maging role model ka sa iba. Kasi parang katulad nung nabanggit ko kanina, parang ang bumubuo or ang bubuo pala din sa akin. Hindi lang pala ngayon ko lang na-realize yun hindi lang solely yung parents. Lahat ng taong nakapaligid sa atin. And napaka-importante na parang sa dami kung tayo ay nanay or tatay or tito or tita sa ating mga pamangkin or anak sa ating mga magulang or apo sa ating mga lolo at lola, it will boils down talaga na i-define mo yung sarili mo. Kung anong gusto mong maging ka sa ibang tao or sa lahat ng tao, hindi lang nakapaligid sa'yo. And yun lang, yung kumbaga parang akay-akay, yung akay-akay na hindi naman siya limited lang eh. Kaya nga siguro natin nakarating itong podcast na to no? Parang beyond sa ating family, beyond sa ating 5, parang share nga natin tong natin na to, itong network natin na to, itong kadaldalan natin na to. Kasi di ba, pahinga eh, pag magre-reunion, di ba? Pag magre-reunion tayo, pag get-together natin sa 5-2, parang excited ka eh. Kasi hindi mo siya nakikita ang responsibility. Parang ganon.
Actually, andun din sa yung hindi lang yung i-share yung kadaldalan natin, no? Kasi alam din natin na when we're talking, tayo mismo we learn from each other eh. So sayang naman kung yung learning that we're going to get will only circulate amongst us.
Pati yung hindi mo siya, ikakwento mo na lang. Halimbawa, tayo, di ba, may halimbawa, nakita-kita tayo. May naging learning ako sa inyo. Ikikwento ko yan kay Honey or sa mga kausap ko. Sabi nga ganun. Pero ito na. Live na siya na sharing is.
We're making this convenient for others, our sisters, no? Our ka-sisters to join us in the conversation in this community. And I think that's a very good way to wrap this podcast for today. And by the way, again, I cannot emphasize it enough that I'm really very thankful that we've already reached our 5th episode. So meaning if we're doing this weekly, we've already completed our first month, ang ating monthsary na gawa na natin.
Congratulations to us.
Congratulations to us.
Kala ko wala nang episode 2 eh.
And who would have thought exactly? And there's a study that Julie shared with us that it's only parang 90% ba o 10% who succeeds to a second episode, right?
Yeah.
Ganyan. So again, thank you. And it will not all be fruitful and true if not because of our friends and followers and sisters who are joining us. Like, for example, as we speak right now, I'm still seeing, there are still several people who are locked in with us watching our live session, our first live streaming na dapat on the 60th day pa ng ating page yung possibility, pero we've made this possible also. So we would like to thank very significant people. Of course, number 1 sa list ko dyan talaga will always be George. George, thank you.
George,
thank you.
George! And nag-lecture sa atin na
Oo, ng mga bagay-bagay about technical stuff. Thank you so much, George. Not to forget also yung ating ruling 3 rules kanina, di ba? We're going to do shout-outs for those who came in early, but we'd also like to appreciate and acknowledge those that we were not able to mention earlier. So like for example, si Funky Abs Padge, Maricel Orines, J.M. Sangaspar, Carmelo Mares, Ruben Dexter David, Lucy Reyes Francisco, Angelo Garcia Zaragoza, J. Palma Blas, Romel Litan, Hilary McClurry, Josephine Esparago, Leia Cayetano, Che
Hindi ko
Doctor,
nakikita.
Aluk Laveria, John Michael Umali, Marivic Loberiano Garcia, Lucy Francisco, Juliet Lazo, Tintin Santiago. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shinare ko
So,
kasi.
And of
Very
course,
good
our
ka dyan.
friends in New York and Canada. Any
Yeah.
special mention, Judy, for this week?
Yung mga co-workers from Stony Brook, thank you very much for supporting. Tsaka yung mga taga South Shore din. Thank you.
Ako gusto kong pasalamatan si Julie. Julie, thank you.
Bakit?
Julie,
Ay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Alam niyo naman ang sagot dyan. Salamat sa mga subscribers.
Oo.
Actually, ayoko kasi i-put on the spot si Julie ng pero yun na nga, since nabanggit naman din, thank you so much, Julie.
Yeah. Thank you sa
Ayan.
Stony Brook at sa South Shore University Hospital for having me.
Ayan. Ay, meron nga palang recommendation just for everyone's awareness. Merong nagre-recommend that Doc Matt, baka daw pwede na raffle ang isang listener natin for the day or for the particular podcast live streaming ng paparaffle natin kung sino yung pwede natin bigyan ng isang generic na tarot reading, no? Pero in-explain ko na rin naman that hindi naman to something na fortune telling of sorts, right? So there should also be a level of familiarity, your familiarity with them. Kaya very generic yung magiging approach doon, just in case. But we're going to keep them posted in the future for those. And ladies and gentlemen, our sisters, you've already experienced our first live stream. Please give us your honest to goodness feedback on how well do you find our first live stream. Ano yung mga gusto nyo pang makita in future live streams. Any other words?
Daw. Stephen, may mga nag-message. Hi, si Tintin, si
Hi,
Mama
Mother.
Myra. Pa-shout
Hi,
out daw
Mama
kay
Myra.
Ruben Dexter.
Hi, Ruben.
Ako, speaking of feedback, thank you kay Nifa. Nifa, we got your feedback.
At saka yung
Huwag
friend,
nilang kalimutan, Stephen,
yung friend ko
yung
from
ating
Australia, si
YouTube channel.
Yes, please don't forget to subscribe, follow, and like our page and YouTube channel, Midlife Crisis. I would just like also to add, since parents ang nakikinig, di ba? Just a simple piece of advice. Let parents bequeath to their children not riches, but the spirit of reverence.
reverence. Or else.
Kasi mahalaga talaga sa.
Or else. Di ba?
Pakinggan yan, di ba, Julie? Hindi na or else.
Just because.
Yes. Just because.
Just because.
Just
Yan.
because.
So, susunod
Ayan,
may
sabi
merch
pa ni
na.
Mama. Sabi pa ni Mama Tintin, ni Mama Myra, sorry, I came in late. Nag-live din daw siya.
Ay.
Si Mama Myra ay
Thank you, Mama Myra.
role model din yan.
Certified
Okay.
sister.
Okay.
Okay.
So, once again, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Until
Thank
next
you.
week. By the way, for next week, we're still thinking about a very exciting topic. So stay tuned. All right. So stay tuned, kay Jan. We're going to give some updates regarding that. So ayan,
Nag-message din
Facebook,
sila.
Spotify, and YouTube. Nakikita niyo nasa ilalim. All right. So Please subscribe, follow, and share. Ayan. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ganda.
Good night.
Thanks, everyone.
Good night.
Julie,
Looking forward na.
May
Thank
sinabi
you.
si George.
Ito yung ano yun, no? Testing live episode pa lang naman nga dati ito eh. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Send us your comment, feedback, and all that. Thank you so much. Thank you, George. Thank you.
Ayan.
Thank you. Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you, BCC!
Night.